Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Talk of the Town podcast. My name's Julie.
This is JT.
And this week we have on Tania. She is the owner of Radiant Massage Therapy. She's located in Flemington, New Jersey. We talk about all things how she got started from her childhood all the way until deciding to become a massage therapist, moving from Las Vegas to New Jersey, and what it was like starting her business.
Be sure to leave us a review on Spotify and leave us a like and subscribe on YouTube. It really helps us out a lot and helps us grow the podcast.
Yeah. I hope you guys enjoy the episode, and we'll see you next week.
Entrepreneurship is nothing compared to having 3 kids under 3. That is horrific. I can do anything. I had no hands. I was like this, and I learned how to use a foot to do all kinds of stuff. It's crazy. So yeah. Anyway, you were asking about my business. So fast forward, I had the twins, and like I kind of needed a little bit of break, but Chris was saying, well, you know, you're staying home. I can't really pay for a nanny too. And I was like, you're right. That's fair. So I went to go work at Hand & Stone that had just opened. But it was like in the shopping plaza with like the Dollar Tree and like Bed Bath Beyond or whatever. But I was like, you know what? It's fine. I can make, you know, I took my little pocket money. I was like, I can pay my own sitter and I can go to Starbucks. Ooh, and I have like $20 to go buy a bagel sandwich. This is amazing. Look, I don't need your money. I got my own. So it was peanuts, but it gave me that independence that I didn't realize that I was missing.
Yeah.
And while I was there, I had a client who kind of heard a little bit of my story. He had massages all over the world. He's like, you're way too, what are you doing here? He's like, you should be out on your own. And I was like, no, I have little kids. Like, I'm fine. But he wouldn't take no for an answer. He asked me a lot. And he's like, listen, I'm moving offices. I have a room. Just rent it. Just rent it and see where you go from there. I really feel like that's going to be really good for you. I literally said no like a gazillion times. And so when you're like, did you want to start a business? No, I did not. Did I ever see myself? No, I did not. But when you're in it, you're just like, all right, if I'm going to do it, let's do it then. Let's do the dang thing. So yeah, but I did not have a clientele. I actually did it the right way. I went to my bosses and said, hey, I'm going to start a practice because you have to sign a non-compete. So you can't actually work like within 15 miles of like a certain location.
Yeah.
And mine was less than a mile. So I was like, and they're like, well, you just can't give out your information, but because you're coming to us, like, no problem. So I went and had no clients really, except the one that I was renting from. And honestly, the reason I even got off to a good start is I have an incredible group of friends. I'm going to start tearing. They're awesome. Like, just when you think that, like, you don't know what you're doing, that makes like such a big difference.
Yeah.
Honestly, having support is everything.
Yeah.
Especially in the
like
beginning.
your first customers are usually like the people around you.
Yeah.
That like are.
And they will still advocate for me. And it's incredible.
Yeah. That is huge.
Yeah.
So true.
So I'm just grateful.
Yeah. So that's just so interesting. I feel like even though like you're saying that like you didn't want to start a business, I feel like every entrepreneur always just like has something in them. And I feel like anytime I think about you, I like the first thing that comes to mind is like a free spirit. And I don't know if you think of yourself as that, but that's how like I picture you when I think of you.
Yeah.
So like you starting a business just makes so much sense in my mind.
It's an adventure.
Yeah.
I even told her, I was like, well, you know, when I get tired of this, like we'll go out, like when the kids are off, I'm like, oh, you know, I can just go and work on like an island somewhere doing massages like during the summer. And I was like, you can go and cook and like be on a barbecue thing. Like we could just make kebabs and do massages and like, you know, it's always open life. What my friend Jessica says, just go live, like just have an adventure, like try it. Like what's the worst can happen? You fail, no problem. But that's how I ended up where I am now. So just saying yes to adventure.
What year was it that you opened? And was it just you? Did you start hiring people?
Oh no, just me. 2018.
Wow. So almost like 5
6
years.
Yeah. It was November. So 2018. It just happened that the twins were in preschool at the time. So I started with Monday, Wednesday, Friday hours from like 9 to 2.
Okay.
And like I said, just having good support and good friends, the people next to me, close to me, like the preschool moms, they would advocate for me. Or like, you know, they would come in and have services. They're like, oh, sure. Like I'll support my friend.
Yeah.
And then before you know it, like people were just talking. And one of the best things I think, the smartest decisions I ever said was like, don't tip me. Just leave me a review. Yeah. Like, don't tip me. Just tell somebody that you had a great service.
Yeah.
Like, tell them, please. Like, that's how in the beginning, like, it literally went from like 0 to like being full very quickly.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, like a lot of growing pains came with that because I wasn't really ready, you know. And then a year later, really, you know, COVID, that was like, you know, you're asking about struggles and like, whew, there was a lot that happened, girl. Like I had like 1.5 years in, have little kids, like I have no idea what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And then you get smacked with COVID and like you get smacked with hybrid learning and virtual learning. And you have kids in kindergarten that are learning to read and colors. And that's a lot of responsibility and still not giving up on a business because my husband lost his job and then he switched careers and then he took a huge pay cut. And then all of a sudden you go from how did I end up with a business to, oh, we got to make this work. Like, you better work, bitch. Like, it goes really fast. Like, a lot of things happen, and then you just kind of hustle through it.
Yeah.
But it's fun.
How did you, like, find, I mean, obviously COVID, like, changed everyone's lives, like, whether it was, you know, like, for the better or for worse, finding inspiration through it, or just, like, struggling to keep your business going, which, I mean, now that we've talked to like a handful of people, it's just insane how it's impacted like so many people's businesses. How do you find like the balance with being a mom, being a wife, being a business owner? You're like managing other people while also like still giving like service to others. Like you're still hands on. Like that is just like,
it's a lot.
Yeah.
Google Calendar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything's pretty much, if I can automate it, I will. That's like clutch for my business because I don't have a receptionist. Everything is book online. And if not, just text me or leave a voicemail and I'll try to get to it by the end of the day, if not the next day. Managing a lot of schedules really is like Google Calendar and Post-it notes. And if I don't write it down, I'm going to forget. Also too, pre-planning. Everything is pre-planned. It's not really how I roll because I'm usually, like you said, free-spirited. But now I'm like, oh, this sucks. everything's so timed. But if anybody who knows me outside of work, like I'm always late. I always say I'm like, I'll be there at like 4-ish. If it has a 4 in front of it, I'm on time. If it says 4:50, I was like, it's 4-ish. They're like, what? I was like, they're like, Tania, they don't, like, please lie to me. I lied to myself yesterday. I had a doctor's appointment and I put 9:30. I rolled in there at 9:40, was like, oh my God, I'm sorry, I'm late. And she's like, no, your appointment's at 9:45. And I was like, oh, good job, girl. I lied to myself. So how do I manage time? Well, not great, but I do happen to somehow like get it in there. It's not always graceful, but it does get done. And somehow people still like look to me for responsibilities. Like I chaired book fair, which is a huge endeavor and for the school.
Yeah.
And usually it takes months in advance, but something happened that the person who was chairing it couldn't chair it. So because I've done it before for 3 years, but I hadn't done it for 2. I took a break. They're like, you're the only one who knows how. And I'm like, wonderful. How much time do I have? A month. I was like, but Christmas is next week. And then, so really, how many weeks do I have? I had like 2.5, maybe 3 weeks to put together like a week-long book fair thing. And you just find time. You get creative. Yeah. Honestly. Shop right from home. Amazon. If it gets delivered, it's getting delivered. DoorDash. The other day I was like, oh man, I'm going to be late to go, go home. And I know my kids are hungry because I hadn't gone to the store. So I door dashed it. I was like Instacart. I was like, what do you guys want? Chinese? Great. The guy's going to drop it off. Don't open the door. I already paid him. He's going to drop it off there. And then I texted, I was like, your food's arrived. Like, if it isn't for that stuff, like, yeah, no, I'd be struggling hard. But yeah.
It's very resourceful.
Mm-hmm.
How's that balance been, like having kids and running a family and running a business at the same time?
In the beginning, I think it was more challenging because the kids were younger.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a lot harder because they were little, like, 4, 5, 6, 7. Adrian's 12 now. So, and he's a responsible 12. He's like mayor.
Yeah.
Well, you can like, I don't know. He's the kid that you'd be like, please house sit.
Yeah.
And you'll come back to like no dishes and it'll be super clean. Like, he's incredible. And I'm super grateful to have good kids that are like, I can trust. But when they're younger, it was really hard because if they were sick, they had to come with me to work.
Yeah.
So how did I manage? Like, thank God for massage tables and massage rooms. I would put them in a room and here's your iPad and here's a lunchbox and blanket and I'll be back in 1 hour. And like, I would peek my head in and be like, how you doing? They're like, I'm fine. Okay, great. Just be quiet, hang out. I'll be right back. So then you go and do a massage and then come back and be like, are you okay? So I tried to only do like 3 in those days. But that same time, like I couldn't just cancel the day because of what was happening with Chris. Like I had to make it work.
Yeah.
And luckily I have clients that are very understanding in the very beginning. Thank God. Again, a lot of grace from other people. Like, thank goodness. Because if people were not as understanding, I think they can see when you're trying really hard. And when you're trying and you're honest, not just making excuses. You're just like, this is what I have.
Yeah.
And I'm going to still give you the best service I can in the capacity that I can. Or even just asking them like, do you mind?
Yeah.
Do you mind making this accommodation? And somehow I'll try to accommodate them back for that favor. Yeah. So definitely. But like yesterday, I had to ask a client to come half hour early because it was middle school orientation for school. And so I had someone pick up my oldest son, take him to orientation. My husband stayed home with the little ones. I jammed out of here and made it there half an hour late. But I ended up seeing the tail end of the presentation, taking my son home, and Chris had dinner. So I was like, all right. So that's how we manage that. It's not a me manage, it's a we manage. Mm-hmm. It's friends helping, and also too, like on the back end, like I'm not just a taker, definitely a giver too. Like they all know whatever, if I can, I will at whatever capacity. Yeah. But it isn't just one person. It's definitely like a community and having good friends, having good support, having good spouse, a supportive spouse on both ends in whichever way.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think that answers that, right?
Yeah, definitely.
It's not a me. Yeah. I don't ever feel like it's just me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how many employees do you have now?
Technically, none. Massage therapy is very independent.
Okay.
So I have independent contractors where
Gotcha. Okay.
they make their own schedule, they do their own thing, they represent my brand, out of choice. I always tell them like, I'm not your boss. Our clients are our bosses. I'm just here to kind of create an experience and give them the tools and offer a space where they can bring their clients, and they're there to overflow my clients because I only have 2 hands and I can only do so many. But yeah, so there's Julio has been with you for almost 2 years.
Nice.
Tiffany, like almost 6 months, 7 months. Okay. And then Nikki, she floats in and out. And I used to work with her in Handstone, so I've known her for like 9 years. Wow. So she, like, when I used to do couples during February, we would pick a day and we'd do couples massages together. And then there's Chuck, who I also worked with like 9 years ago. And he comes in, he's a level 4 Uzu Reiki master. Wow. Retired massage therapist. He doesn't do massage anymore. But Reiki's like his jam. So he comes in and he pops in He has he's a stay-at-home dad, and he has 2 kids, so he works around their schedule. So then he'll say, hey, do you have anybody and like that's interested in Reiki for this week or this day or whatever. So it's, doing the same thing that other people did for me, I guess, just creating a space where we can do what we love in the capacity of our lives.
Yeah. How do you make sure that you're surrounding yourself with, or how do you vet people? Like, how do you make sure that the qualities that they have will be consistent with like the environment you're creating, your brand, your business? Like, what have you found has been like a common denominator with the people that you've, I guess, not hired, but like you work with?
I would say kindness, to be honest. Caring would be pretty much a top quality more than anything else. I've worked with others that are, they're very good. They're very technical, but they aren't warm and fuzzy. They aren't it's very like transactional versus experiential. Okay. Like the people that I think I surround myself with professionally, like we're always looking into being developmental in ourselves and our skills, how we can help and service clients and customers, being caring, like genuinely, authentically caring and being in the moment with the people that they're with. That's the feedback I've gotten from my clients. I love this person. They're so good. They listened to me. They were very friendly and welcoming. And those qualities, I suppose, when you're interviewing, you kind of, I don't know if you can interview for those kind of things, but really that's what I look for. Just being able to like feel their passion for what we're doing versus it being like, I just need a job. Yeah. Or saying like, I'm so good. Like everyone loves me. I was like, I can train technique, honestly, and people will always find who they enjoy because it's very subjective. But what you can't train is like, how does someone make you feel? Like you're in a very vulnerable state laying there and you've never met this person. Like, how's that person making you feel comfortable? How are they making you feel taken care of and nurtured, and that you can trust them and that they can trust you and have like that relationship? That's important, I think, in this.
Definitely. So talk a little bit about like the services that you offer. Just kind of give everyone like a synopsis of like what they can find here, and
I guess also like your most popular ones and maybe like ones that you try to push because of certain like benefits that you know of.
Ooh, that's a good question. So generally what I tell people is like, just come in for the radiant massage. It's generic, if you would, because that opens for customization. So every single service starts with a consultation. We go through our welcome form with everybody, their medical history, what their goals are, what areas they want to get worked on, what areas they don't like getting worked on, and what their goal is for the session. And then from there, depending on which therapist and what skills they have, they can use those to tailor for the client. That's probably everybody's favorite, mainly because it's so open-ended. You can really do anything. You can do like half therapeutic and work out those knots and stuff, and then the other half just chill and just decompress because we're done there. But if you look like on my site, there's a lot of things, and there's a specialty sort of bar that's in there, and that's mainly for people who are looking for specific techniques. And services. But then on the flip side of all that, I also have like that spa component. So like right now it's like Wrapped in Roses is like our featured, I guess you would say, seasonal service. And it's a body wrap, like an old school 1980s body wrap.
Whoa.
So I'm bringing it back.
That's cool.
I know. I love them.
And I know you do cupping as well, right?
Yeah, that's everybody's favorite.
Is
Just
it?
because the Instagram pictures, they're so cool. I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. I was like, it really is awesome though. It just depends on their body type.
Okay.
And what are your issues? What are you dealing with?
Okay.
And there's 2 ways to go about it. You could do it therapeutically, like to help with a certain adhesion or pain or muscular or skeletal issue, or you can do it energetically, which is where the foundations of it come from, which is like traditional Chinese medicine, and that's like breaking up and releasing energy or stagnant chi. So you can do it 2 ways.
Interesting.
Or you can, sometimes it's really weird, the spot that's like super dark and is really adhesed and stagnant is also energetically stagnant. Ooh, how the Western and the Eastern modalities interlock and interlap is pretty amazing.
It's so cool.
But-
I don't know if it was just when I found out about it, but I feel like it really got popular during, I don't remember what year, but it was during the Olympics. All these swimmers
Michael Phelps.
yeah, and they
Yes.
were walking around with and everyone was so intrigued. Like, what are those big
is
spots
that?
on them?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Mind
Yeah.
you, I got trained by Jim Early, who was Michael Phelps's massage therapist.
Very cool.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
He roams around though. He roams around New Jersey in this area. He
does,
teaches
like-
cupping.
Oh, he does he do like different like events for teaching and stuff?
Yeah.
Nice.
So I think I took Julio for a Christmas present. We went to advanced cupping with James Early in King of Prussia.
Nice. Oh, okay. Oh, is
Yeah.
that in Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we went
cool.
to the mall and we got like cheap Chinese massages. It was so weird. And I was trying to, the way they were talking about how some people use like paper towels to cover the headrest. And I was like, don't do that. Please no. I was like, because then people are going to lift their face up and it's going to have patterns all over their head, all over their face. Like you'll get rosettes and you'll get swirls or whatever, stars. And like we go to this place and of course, what do they put down? Freaking paper towels. And I lifted my head up and I looked at it. I was like, you happy now? This is what you want to do to your people? Paper towels? And we had a good laugh about it because it was just the timing on that was amazing.
Gosh.
That's funny.
So we want to do some rapid fire questions.
Oh boy.
We didn't send these to you, as always.
I spent all this time on this.
I like to keep you on your toes.
Hey, notes can't help you now.
No.
So just answer whatever comes to your
Oh
mind.
my God. You sure you want that?
Yes. So the first one is, if you had a blank check to up and move your family to a new place, where would you go?
To move? Like for how long?
However long. And you have
That's
endless
big.
money. You could just up and move and
A caravan? A place with wheels? An RV? A yacht?
ooh, okay.
That's
Where'd
hard.
you take it?
Well, what's that place with the tiki huts over the water? Maldives.
Oh yeah, Maldives.
Only
yeah.
because they have a giant picture of it at Costco and Sebastian's dying to go there. I was like, kid, you've got big dreams. So does everybody else. So if I could, that's where I would take him so that he could like say, I saw it at Costco.
Okay. What is the biggest misconception in massage therapy?
That it has to hurt to be beneficial.
Ooh, okay.
It doesn't.
What is one wellness thing you do to yourself every day or for yourself?
Every day? Mm-hmm. Oh, girl. I do a whole skincare thing every day.
Really? How many steps? He laughs at me. I think I
4.
have 4 steps.
Four.
Oh, see, it's normal.
4's not bad.
Yeah, I've seen more.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sometimes it goes more. I'm not going to lie. If I have more time, it's more. And then I involve other people. I'm like, Chris, come here. I have extra masks. Come mask with me. And I got Adrian into masks and Biore strips. He's 12. He's going to be, well, he's going to just tell his wife, go for it. I already know the drill.
That's good. What is one hobby you want to pick up this year?
Ooh, a hobby. Oh yeah, I was supposed to buy a bike. Chris said he was going to buy me a bike for my birthday last year. I still haven't picked it out.
Like a stationary bike or one that you can like ride
Yeah,
around?
go ride around,
That's nice.
go outside,
I like
go on like the
that.
towpath and stuff.
Yeah.
I have a stationary bike. I bought it during COVID. You know where it is? In the playroom. You know who uses it? Not me. Yeah. So maybe one that with wheels and I can actually use. I'll go somewhere with it.
If you weren't a massage therapist, what would you be doing right now?
Oof. That's an interesting one. I don't know. I don't think I could see myself being anything else.
All right.
Maybe stay-at-home mom.
Nice.
I did that one. I like that one.
So your husband's a chef. Have you ever tried a food that he made that you didn't like? If so, what was it?
I hate when he smokes food. He's into the barbecue stuff. It's not my jam.
You don't like smoked food?
I don't like
I'm
barbecue.
not a fan either. And it's funny because I obviously grew up eating like
Yeah.
kielbasa and I don't like it. I don't like anything smoked.
No, like
Yeah.
a little bit. Like I like smoked salmon.
Okay.
Ooh. But like oh my God, he started a whole trend with them too. And they love, all the boys, they love barbecue. I'm like, fine. if I must. But he knows how I feel. I'll just dip it with barbecue sauce.
If you could go back in time, what's one piece of advice you'd give 25-year-old Tanya?
Oh, I just got, I don't know, 25 was pretty freaking amazing. I turned 25 and that's the year I got engaged, the year that like we got pregnant, and also the year that I got married. I got married when I was 25.
Wow.
Oh, maybe this one. Don't spend so much money on the wedding.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that?
Because we got married twice. We did the courthouse one.
Oh, okay.
And that one was, we only had 8 people. And we went to brunch in the same place that we had our first date. And it was so much fun. So much fun. Like my 2 best friends growing up, my mom, my dad, my sister, my mom's best friend, and then Kristen and I. And like, it was fun. Also, Chris had a lot of tequila because he decided to go shot for shot with my little friend Andy, who's 5'3" and a professional drinker. And that did not go well, but it was really, really fun. So I would say like, just stop there. That was really, really, it was perfect. Like it didn't have to go do the destination wedding. We didn't have to do this whole thing in Puerto Rico. Not that it wasn't nice, but we could have just stopped.
Okay. So keep it simple.
Even though then I wouldn't have met Anya like in that capacity though. And again, see, I wouldn't take it back then.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What's an emerging wellness technique you're excited to learn and eventually implement?
Ooh, emerging. Honestly, there's no new like
No?
massage has been around for like 5,000 years. They like Ayurvedic medicine has been around from India for over 5,000 years ago. Like there's lots of new trends, but if anything, it's really brilliant marketing and branding and just like putting a refresh on techniques.
Okay.
Is there any that are up and coming, I think, that are kind of cool? Hold on. That's a really weird, right? That sounded weird.
Fire truck.
Yeah, but it wasn't like
Ambulance?
a traditional
Yeah, I feel like that was
siren.
ambulance.
This one was more like a woo,
Like a fire
woo, woo.
van.
It was a van. SUV. You know, what trend? You know, I guess I haven't been inspired by one. Oh, wait, hold on. That's a lie. That's a lie. I'm going on Friday to Sorella Spa to go do one of those head scalp massages. I'm
I've
going.
been seeing that. Oh my gosh.
I'm going
I
to
love
the
when people
OG.
play with my hair.
That's
like
the
my-
new one.
Ooh.
I have to say that's the new one. And instead of just saying like, I'm going to get one. I'm going for an hour and a half. It's in Cherry Hill.
Wow.
going.
Okay. That is a good one. I've been seeing that online.
Uh-huh. I'll let you know how it is.
Yes.
I had
There's
to
a
book it
few.
like
I
3
feel
months in advance. So
Yes, that's what I've heard. Like they book out like so far. That's crazy.
I've been looking forward to it for 3 months. It better be good.
Who is someone that you look up to and why?
Jessica Walker.
Who's that?
She owns J Walker Beauty,
Oh,
and
okay.
it's in Bernardsville.
Oh.
There's a
Jessica
couple.
Walker.
Yeah.
And her husband's OG too.
Oh yeah.
He's she owns a lot of stuff.
That place is legit.
It is legit.
Yeah.
She has
a
a
salon,
It's
or is there
on
other?
202
Okay.
in Burnsville,
Yeah.
and then there's one in Basking Ridge next to the Blue
Okay.
Cafe.
Yeah,
There's a men's,
yeah.
I think.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yep. So I've known her for a while.
Okay.
Not like super close, but I've known her, and I just find her to be an incredible, powerful woman. Just she's so freaking badass that like from afar and from up close, she's beautiful. She's nice. She's got 5 kids.
Wow.
She's like, killing it. I've seen her grow. I don't say I worked for her, but I worked with her, doing massage. Like she's like, Tanya, do you want to come and do massage? I was sure, no problem. So from where that was and like how far she's come, like just to see it, I'm like, she makes it, I don't know, palpable, I guess. And you can see all of her success. And for me, like cheering her on, and like, she's so open as like a mentor. If you ask her, if I asked her a question, she's just like, she would give me good, solid advice.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. But I think that's who I look up to the most. And it's maybe because I relate the most
That's a
to
great
her.
one.
Yeah.
So the last question is just as a little form of manifestation. What's one goal you have for yourself or for your business this year?
Ooh, yes. So the resolution word was development. Yep.
Okay.
So not only developing like myself, but my team.
Okay.
And just like you're only as strong as your weakest member, and really just making sure that they feel just as strong as the rest of us. And like really as a team, just developing our skills and I don't know, just developing as a team, you know.
That's great.
Yeah, I'm
love
excited.
that.
We already have like we're gonna go do a intro to neuromuscular therapy, I think next month together.
Very cool.
So
Yeah, I feel like anytime I see you post, like you're always learning something new and like
yeah, it's
you're
what
always
keeps it
trying to
fun.
improve. Yeah.
Because if not, you get bored.
Yeah.
You're like,
And there's
I
so
know.
much to be like learned, especially with the human body. Like
Yep.
you really can get as like granular as you want. I feel like that always makes you better. Like with the more you know, the more you can do, kind of thing.
oh yeah. Also too, it just keeps it like, I don't know, fun. It keeps it fun. You're like, ooh, I learned this new thing. Like
Yeah.
I can incorporate it in, and like it makes you be better. I feel like when you keep inspiring yourself,
Yeah.
it I don't know, nothing can really hold you back when you keep inspiring yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and you have to do that by learning,
Yeah.
reading, exposing yourself to things that are uncomfortable, things that you're nervous about or unsure of.
Yeah.
And then once you get through it, you realize, oh no, I was totally capable. And next
Yeah.
time I'll do better.
Yeah.
And next time I'll be stronger and more confident, and you keep going with it.
Yeah.
One day you'll be grown up.
I know. I still feel like a kid. I would
Me
say I
too,
feel like I'm
yeah.
still like 18.
I still feel like a kid. I will tell people all the time, like, who allowed me to run anything? Like, who said I could be a grown up? Like I'm holding keys. Oh, what was it? I went to Starbucks. I shouldn't. All right, I'm gonna tell the story, and this will be it. I promise. So, it's a good one. So I went to Starbucks and I wanted to get like a cake pop because my kids were at practice, and I was like, I can get one. I only have to buy one. But then I rolled up and I was like, I didn't want a coffee because it was 6 o'clock. So I was like, I can't just order one cake pop. I'm going to order 4 because that sounds like I'm buying it for other people. I think I spent like either I bought 4 or 6. I don't know. I spent like $20 on cake pops, and I was on the phone with myself. I was like, who allowed me to be a grown up? Like, I'm just like, all right. Who to make these executive decisions like this? They won't know it's just for me if I buy 6 of them and spend like a ridiculous amount of money on cake pops. And then I had to roll up, and I was like, I'm gonna share them. And you know what I did? I ate them. I ate them. By the time I went to bed, I ate them.
Love that.
And I would just like, I think by 2, I'd like, and I was like, oh, I think I bought 4 because I was like, oh my God, there's only 2 left, and I have 3 kids. Can't share them with them now. So I was like, I guess I'm gonna have to eat them. And I didn't share them with Chris either. I told him about it after. I was like, if I would have known that you were gonna be home before they were gone, I would have get you one.
Oh my gosh.
They are so freaking good, though.
They are so
they
good.
are.
Yeah.
So
Anyway.
where can people find you? Where are you located? Website, Instagram, all of that.
Oh, Instagram at radiant_massage_therapy.
Okay.
Facebook, Radiant Massage Therapy. Also, registered trademark. Very important.
nice.
Do it. Please do it.
Yeah.
It's probably one of the smartest things I've ever done.
Really? Okay.
Protect your brand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, protect your brand. Honestly, people aren't as nice as you think they are. I had to learn that lesson really hard. That's a different podcast. But I'm located on 170 State Route 31, Suite 5, between the podiatrist and the optometrist. And we're the people in the middle. We work on the body
Yes, in Flemington.
in Flemington, New Jersey.
Yes.
And then you can book online at bewellberadiant.com. Actually, if you take the time to scroll through, there are some like bloggy type things, and it lists all the different benefits and different services we do.
Nice.
And but yeah, try to keep up with everything. I do my best.
You do a great job.
Thank you, babe. So do you guys.
Thanks.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah, we were wondering that. Yeah, where did you get the name?
Well, remember the client I told you about? The one
Yeah.
that helped me get a room.
Oh, yeah.
That's where.
Okay.
So we had a little bit of powwow. And we were just trying to find a name that was a little bit cohesive with his brand and like what he was doing in his office.
Okay.
But I can tell you the logo has a fun story. It's actually based on the Manipura, which is the solar plexus chakra. We inverted it made the triangle right side up instead of upside down because Chris didn't like the upside down one. So we just kind of turned it around. But the reason is because your Manipura is your energy center. And it's when your mind and your heart want something, your Manipura helps you bring it into fruition. So I always knew that I wanted to do massage. And so that symbol is very important to me. And that's what it means. Like I can be radiant and really help my clients be their best selves and help them like be able to put forth really good energy.
Yeah.
But personally, like that's why that Manipura is very important to me. Just like when I see it, it gives me strength. And like, I'm like, you know what? This is putting myself out there. Like, this is what I've always thought of and always dreamed of and like always wanted, and be able to put that out in the universe where I can share that light and joy with others. That's what that Manipura symbols for me. Yeah. More than just the name, but the logo itself.
That's amazing.
Also too, my son's, one of the boys' godfather, he designed it with me.
Oh,
So it
fun.
means a lot too.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I told you, you need a village. It's not
Yeah.
just one thing. You need a village.
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that wraps things up, right?
Yep.
All right. Thank you for having us.
You're
I had a lot of
welcome.
fun. So much great information and stories and
Oh,
all
yeah.
of that.
All the stuff. And tears. And we got the tears in there
yes.
too. Yay.
All right.
Okay.
Guys,
Bye.
thank you.
Bye.